Hey level one, so I wanted to talk to you guys about actually adding our texture, varieties of different lines. We're going to be doing thin, medium, and thick lines. And I wanted to show you where I started here. You can see this is just basically the drawing, and of course we did our black background. But here, and I have not finished with this, but you'll see I added some stuff here, and the main thing to tell you, this is how I would start on this, is everything that you see, I would just take the 01 and I would just outline every little thing that you have drawn. And obviously, if you have lines that are supposed to be straight or should be straight, go ahead, use that ruler for that. These little lines, I did not originally use a ruler. So I'm just gonna go into those. Okay, so I've outlined everything. I just wanted to show you that last little thing. So everything started out as just a really simple thin line. And if you look at this section compared to this section, obviously you see some differences there. So I am going to, with this, use my 05 on top of this, and you may have to thicken it even further than the 05 to make it an obvious thickness. There really isn't that much of a difference to me between the thickness of the 03 and the 05. But some of these lines, if you leave them just thin, it's okay too, but you know, just definitely have different breaks of thin, medium, and thick throughout your piece. So here, I think that's okay for right now. I may go back and actually thicken this thing up. What I was going to do, I was going to do something similar to what I did right here. I ended up, and you can take your patterns that you have and you can do some more to them. I'm just going to add some little hatching lines, and it's kind of random, but I'm going thin with my mark making first, and then I'm going to go back and make some thicker ones in some little places. So always start off thin, and then you could go thick later on. So these back here actually started out thin like that, and I had to really decide which ones or which sections of ones I wanted to thicken up. I'm still using my 01, but I'm just going into it and I'm starting to I'm kind of spacing out some heavier areas. And keeping in mind, you know, this is kind of helping to add a little bit of variety and value and just a break for the eye. So these little broken line pieces right here, I'm probably going to leave these like they are. But because these are on the main, this is the focal point right here, I am going to go back, and I actually am just using my 01 right here. You could end up using the 03. I could go back and add some thicker, but I would go, and some of these I would thicken up. I'm using my 01 here. I'm outlining my outline, and I'm just filling in. Right there, I chose not to make this just a heavy black line. I did some little hatching and introduced that here. So main thing I would say whenever you're adding these, either filling in or adding some heavier lines, think about your focal point. Usually your lines would be the strongest, or either you might not have a whole lot of lines on your focal point, just depending on what you're wanting to do right there. Sometimes your focal point is blank. So I'll have this actually on display for you guys. You can click on the assignment and look at this example as you go. One thing that you will see, there is variety here. I'd probably do something down here just to, you know, do a little something different, either fill in some things or something. But like I said, some of these things I'm just gonna leave as they are. But this will give you a general idea as to, you know, think thin. And there are some thicker areas. There are some medium areas. If you look at those lines right here, there's some thick areas obviously on this focal point as we go. I'm still working on it, but hopefully this will give you a clue as to what you might need to do.